Welcome, welcome, welcome to the show. And
Gosh, thanks for having me.
this is your late night debut.
It is.
I'm honored. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Congrats on everything. One battle after another. You're in the #1 movie, and you're getting rave reviews. There's Oscar buzz for you. How is all of this feeling?
I mean, it's really crazy to think that I'm so happy it's getting so much positive response because the project is so special to me, so special to Paul Thomas Anderson, everybody else who was involved, and I've just been feeling so much love from everybody. So thank you all for watching
please.
the movie.
I mean, this is your first big thing.
Yeah.
I mean, now that it's out, have you thought about maybe going and seeing it in a theater and seeing it with just the people and the public?
I have. I went and
You
saw
did
it.
it?
I went and saw it with 3 of my best friends, like right after we wrapped the press tour. And I went to my local theater in Chicago, the Music Box, and then I saw it in 70mm there with my 3 best friends. And
Did anyone recognize you?
Not until like very, very at the end, and I was leaving, but then people were coming up to me and they were like, "You're not the girl in the movie, are you?" And I was like, no, I am. And they were like, "Oh my God, what?"
Yeah, you're like, no, I'm just a super fan of her, and I look and dress exactly like her. Yeah. I also saw you posted. Someone sent you flowers, gorgeous flowers, by the way. And can we say who sent these to you?
Zendaya sent them to me.
I mean, what? What did that mean? What did that mean to you? Come
Like
on.
literally, even looking at it now and thinking about it, I love her so much, and it makes me tear up thinking about it because I was so happy and I was so grateful, and then I got to see her and thank her in person a couple of days ago at the Louis Vuitton show in Paris, and I was like, I'm just such a massive fan, and I've been watching you since I was 10, so like I
Were you
send
really?
you so yes, I've been watching her since Shake It Up, so like. Like I was freaking out and like getting to meet her in person. I was like, oh my God, this is so insane.
Did you tell her that? You've been watching?
I had to walk away too soon because I was like, I'm gonna start crying in front of Zendaya if I stay.
Yeah. Well, she might see it now. But this is your first movie role, and it's a Paul Thomas Anderson movie.
I know.
I mean, he's the best.
He
He's so
is.
fun. What do you remember about getting cast?
Oh my gosh, it was a long audition process. I actually did my first audition via self-tape while I was shooting my first TV show, Presumed Innocent. And I went in for chemistry reads, callbacks, camera tests so many times. And I think like...
So chemistry reads, are you in the room with Leonardo DiCaprio?
Yeah, so my first callback was a chemistry read with Leonardo DiCaprio and Regina Hall. And that was when I met Paul Thomas Anderson for the first time, casually.
Holy moly. I would have been so nervous. Are you kidding me? I wouldn't have ever even done that.
Yeah, it was really crazy. And like I remember like right before I went in, I was like, okay, I'm gonna see some faces that I know, and I'm not gonna let that faze me, and I'm gonna make sure that I'm showing up for myself and being a great scene partner more than anything. So
You can't even talk to Zendaya. I mean, how are you gonna do this and act in a movie with these people, these legends, and Paul Thomas? But you nailed it. I talked to the cast. I talked to Leo, and he was like, "Oh, once we had a chemistry, we knew it was her. She was amazing."
It means so much.
They read with a bunch of actresses, and you just clicked with everybody. And worked with Paul. How was Paul Thomas Anderson?
Oh my gosh, working with him was like, I feel like every actor's dream. He just lets you play and he trusts you and I trust him and he creates such a safe environment for all of us to work freely. And he's such a wonderful collaborator, so I'm so grateful to have worked with him.
And Sean Penn?
Yeah.
You have some intense scenes.
Yeah.
Sean Penn is phenomenal as well. Everybody's
Yeah.
great in this movie. But Sean Penn is like he's kind of a general and he's got a weird chin. And he walks weird, but then he gets. I don't want to. Then PTSD. Am I scaring you? Because you get in some crazy scenes.
Yeah.
Did you meet him before you did the scenes with him?
No,
You got to know him?
I didn't actually meet him until we had our first day on camera together, which my first day on camera with him was a scene where we like get into a little bit of a scuffle in the sand, and I end up flipping him. So that was my first.
That's your first time
That was
meeting-
my first day meeting Sean Penn.
Was that planned, you think, by Paul Thomas Anderson? Like, don't meet him?
It is part of his plan. Like there's a couple other people that I didn't get to meet until later on in production, like Teyana. Like I didn't get to meet Teyana Taylor until
She's
much later
great
on.
in this movie
So
too.
fantastic.
And I know her. She's one of the nicest people, and
I know.
she's frightening in this movie.
She is so cool in
She's
the movie.
really cool, yeah. So I was like, yo, you scared me, man. It was like, it's so fantastic. And then seeing you in the theater, everyone was like, who is that girl? You were just unbelievable. You jump right off the screen,
Thank
and
you so
you're a star,
much.
bud.
Thank you.
For anyone who hasn't seen One Battle After Another, how do we set it up for anyone?
Oh my gosh, I feel like it's a movie that you can't really encapsulate in words because I don't want to put it in a box because the biggest disservice to do to the movie is put it in a box. But short synopsis is it follows a ex-revolutionary named Bob Ferguson, who's played by Leonardo DiCaprio. And
he's brilliant too.
Amazing, so amazing.
You can't take your eyes off him.
And you're pretty much like watching him see his past catch up with him. And my character, Willa Ferguson, gets kidnapped, and he pretty much goes on this excursion to go get her back. But that's like a very,
great way to describe it.
Thank
but
you,
it's the
thank
most
you.
tense. You're on the edge of your seat.
Yes.
It is exciting. It's thrilling. I'm like, that soundtrack, by the way.
It's amazing.
The soundtrack gives you a heart attack.
No, for real. Like,
it's like
you're in the theater, like.
This is piano jazz. Yes, I was like, I
The
can't take
entire
it. I can't take it anymore. What's gonna happen? And the last scene. Oh, anyway, I don't want to spoil it. But wow, it's great. All right, well, you're phenomenal in this,
Thank you
and
so
thank you for
much.
coming on the
Oh
show.
my God,
Congrats
thank
on
you for
all the
having
great
me.
buzz. I want to
Thank
show a
you.
clip. Here's Chase Infinity in one battle after another. Take a look.
Come on, baby, say it back to me. Green Acres, Beverly Hillbillies, Hooterville Junction.
Will no longer be so goddamn relevant.
And women will not care if Dick finally got down with Jane on Search for Tomorrow.
Because black people will be in the streets.
Looking for a brighter day. The revolution will not be televised.
My dad said if anyone said that to me, to trust him with my life.
All right now you need to. Because you're in trouble, Willa. All right, now there's an SOS signal out. I am here to help, but we have to leave here right away.
What? Yes! Chase Infinity, everybody. One battle after another is in theaters and IMAX now. We'll be right back with a performance from Addison Rae. Stick around, everybody.